That encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now Lawrence on first down. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. On the move to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Bailey. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 3 touchdowns on the ground, and then, Charles, he threw one in through the air for good measure.
Yeah, you know you have to account for him in all situations. I mean, we know he can run the heck out of the football. You just noted what he did. But how about him being able to get out in the backfield, catch it, get into the end zone as well?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roaming the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Will go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. He finds his man complete. That's Barton. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
30 left.
Again, it's Lawrence. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Ravens at 7-2 here on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Tua. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. And the ball is out. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead,
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Elijah Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
And it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, this is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go play action now. Lawrence. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 43. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. first and 10. It's Lawrence. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Red on red.
Here's second and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the turnover, it's Tua. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it down to the 32. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Tua to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise, way up. Not that time. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter, and they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Ravens.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Tua. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Solo left Zion. Corner, long. 20, TX.
On 2nd down, Tua. And his throw is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down the field as well.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Hands it off out of the gun. Able to power through. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now they're in the hurry up.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Rashan Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And that's complete to Cooks. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. Buying time to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he's able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Tua on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. And quickly they get to the line. Tua now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to fit.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lawrence will throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Think right.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Barton. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Lawrence. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Lawrence on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down and goal to go.
Madison. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They'll try to run with Madison into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Hey, run!
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Sheds off the tackle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Well, they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready up.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Oh, good move. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he comes back with one complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score.
Three plays on that drive. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Take right open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Lawrence. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Gregory Rousseau. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From midfield now, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Godwin from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10. Now Tua. Complete. Jefferson the target. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.